here in Banff National Park in the town of Banff. It is warm. Well, the backyard said 5 degrees Celsius, but the car says 10. Now, I could almost be biking down, but the whole reason I wanted to come and do a quick, not that quick, but a nice little morning visit is I am going to be going for a swim in a little while. But the reason I wanted to bring everyone out here right now, so feel free to share this as quickly as possible. So I'm sure a lot of people will miss this, but I really do want to share with you the morning sky. Are you ready? There's only a few people on right now, so come have a look at the morning sky. Ready? Look at that. What level of spectacular is that first thing in the morning? So, hey, hi. Look at our morning sky here. And it is just, I had this feeling when I was up. Good morning. I just had this feeling it would be this kind of a morning. And look at these beautiful, beautiful lights. So hi everyone, good morning. Hey, oh good morning. It is a wow. There's a couple of ducks just down there in the water. But I am going to swim. I might actually go to my summer spot today, which is, I have 2 of them, but the water temperature is still only going to be about 4 degrees. Now, because we've been suddenly warm, the mosquitoes are waking up, so that's one little bummer. But hi, good morning everyone. But I just wanted to come and get a little video. I finally got juice back into the gimbal. I'm not sure it's going to be great. Oh, by the way, and I have to show you my fashion wear this morning. Those are my booties for swimming, and my sandals, and my swimsuit. So I'm ready to do a plunge. But hey, good morning. Lovely to have everyone here. I am in the horizontal mode, and so therefore I only see your comments kind of come up quickly. Now, those are the magpies making stories this morning. You might have seen I put up a video last night. It is a good job no one else is around when I'm dressed like this. But I want to come, I just have to come and show everyone. So Sleeping Buffalo Mountain or Tunnel Mountain, but ready for the sky in the distance. This, of course, I do this at like 8:30 in the morning. Hey, hi. I do this at 8:30 in the morning in the winter, but this time of year, it's not even 5:30. So official sunrise is in about 8 or 9 minutes. But this is when we get that magical alpenglow over the mountains. I really wish I could just, pull people out of their beds and show them the skies on days like today. Today is going to be about 20 degrees Celsius. It's about 75, I guess. And just fantastic. Yesterday we actually had a bit of rain in the afternoon, but that was good news. Now have a look. Just looking down the street, there is beautiful Cascade Mountain, but there's the lights. A little bit of wind coming up, from the south. That's what's warming us up. But what a morning. So I'm just at the very top of town. So last night I was down here for not very long, I must admit, at Centennial Park, because yesterday was Saint-Jean-Baptiste, which is the national holiday of Quebec, sort of the French-Canadian celebration. And I had forgotten because I've been traveling so much. And a friend of mine, Madame Fafard, who is she's now the sort of the cultural attaché to Francophone Western Canada, called and said, are you in Finn around? Because we're having a Saint-Jean-Baptiste party. So we went down, and of course, we're a pretty tight-knit community, so lots of fun, familiar faces. But it was nice to hear the music. But I was in bed, as I say, it's just about 25 past 5 in the morning here now. I was in bed at 8:20. So I'm giving a tour all day today. I'm picking up a mother and her son that I'm really looking forward to. They reached out to me months ago. And so the group I had yesterday, which was 59 people, Finn is taking them out for some walks today. And he's spending the day with them, but I'm spending 3 days with this family. But I just know I'm going to enjoy them. Hi there, good morning. I just know I'm going to enjoy them. But I have to get back and have a little nap today, because tonight, of course, is game 7. I just wanted to show everyone a quick little map of where we are. You can see where we are right there. Vous êtes ici. So you are here. There's the national parks. But yes, so I know, and I have been watching the football, the soccer over there in Europe, because obviously I was just in Europe and it was good fun. But for us, the fact that the Oilers are playing a Game 7, the last time that this happened, a comeback sweep, was 1942, and we'll see if it happens. By the way, June 21st was National Indigenous Peoples Day, so that's pretty significant. And also Pride Month. Now, let's just focus for a minute on this sky because it doesn't last long. It just is that time when the light is just cresting around the shape of the earth here. Have a look at that. So here is Banff Avenue with virtually no one on it. And yesterday it took, with our tour coach, 40 minutes to drive through town because it was a Sunday and it was that busy. So I do recommend, if you're here on weekends in the summer, do everything in your power to walk or take public transport. Way down in the distance, that's down towards Lake Louise. So they're just getting the sky now down there. That's the Massif Range. So why don't I walk out? Oh God, it's just so beautiful in every direction. I honestly don't know why some flags are at half-mast, but they seem to be more government ones. And they were at half-mast yesterday in Canmore, which were all the First Nations flags because of this month. So I'm very glad that's being embraced. There is Mount Rundle up top there. And so we'll see. It's always a fun game to play. See when you get your very first little bit of light. Oh, I just have to keep showing back here. There's that Alberta blue sky in the distance there. And that deep red. I mean, it almost feels like it's on fire, isn't it? It's just so spectacular. So, so yes, I was in bed at 8:25 or something. But then, I did guide a full day yesterday with a big group. Nice people. I had fun with them, except they were booked up in the gondola, and I couldn't control. They had booked their tickets, but going up on the gondola on a weekend in the summer to me is very honestly an utter waste of time. Just even getting up to it's a waste of time, and then it's just so busy. So anyway, that's my opinion there. There's a noisy truck coming over, but here we are coming out on the old car bridge, train bridge. And I'm looking up towards the Banff Centre. So the first morning light, it's just trying to come over. So I'm looking back up towards Lake Minnewanka and the Palliser Range up in the distance there. And there's, now it's so warm. That's true. It's a good point. Justina's just said, if you have a tour guide, take their advice. Yeah, it's not that we don't get things wrong. Now, really, you haven't been with me since, of course, I've been away for about 3 weeks. So now, have a look at how full the river is down here now. Isn't that remarkable? Looking out towards Mount Bourgeot. So the river is, it's got to be pretty much at high water now. So it'll stay up here. There's the first light. There we go. Right there out towards Mount Brett. So there is official sunrise, ladies and gentlemen, which should be about 5:58 a.m. So officially, with the light behind me, officially, good morning from the Canadian Rockies. So from my home, and you know what? I love this whole world, but this is a pretty spectacular place. So I wore the toque this morning just because I'll be getting out of the water. So I'm going to go to a place where the water's very calm to swim because, there's quite a lot of current. At the other pedestrian bridge, I love to swim there sometimes, but I'm not going to do it today. I say that. Let's wander across the street for a second. Now, there's the Parks Canada Administration building. That was a make-work project in the 1930s. But here we go. As you come over here, see, by the pedestrian bridge, great question. But on the pedestrian bridge, around back of it, I can get into a place there where I can swim in the current. And that's really fun after you've been biking. So right now, it's quite milky, but it's not turquoise, the river. and that's because it's mostly being fed by snow melt. So the last 2 months, although we're still low apparently for June for precipitation. Hey, thanks, Diane. Thank you. So we're still low, but April and May were about right for precipitation. It's nice that it's been cool. You just get a beautiful view of the sleeping buffalo there, but it's fun to see tourists out here taking pictures. But I love living in a place where even though I live here, I still take photographs. So yeah, what's going to happen with the water cycle out here is that all of the snow will melt. Now, hopefully we get a bit more precipitation and it can still snow at higher levels. So it will melt off around the third week of July. Most of the snow will be gone. Now, some places don't. The top of Mount Bourgeot up there usually just keeps its snow. Usually right there, that one will keep its snow year round. Generally, a couple of years ago it didn't. And there's, of course, sunrise happening in the distance. And then, as things warm up, then the river is fed by the melt off the glaciers. So up at the Bow Glacier, of course, they're receding so much. So there's actually a movie out there that I still haven't seen about the disappearing turquoise water, but it will be a deep turquoise in August and into September. So that's when you get the richest colors. I saw a question there saying, how is Finn? Well, Finn is just great. I saw him yesterday, the first time I've seen him as an 18-year-old. So he hopped on the bus and met everyone that he's going to be guiding. And he came very well dressed and appropriate for work, but he said no, he feels good about it, so that's good news. And so yeah, we had dinner last night, then he went out and played basketball with some of his friends. He has a really good friend who is made, I guess, the equivalent of the junior team in Morocco. He's from Morocco, but he lives here, and so he's going to go off and play. So they've been playing a lot of basketball, and then busy summer for Finn, but really good. Is that just great? Now the mountain on the right, the little square one you see down there, that's Pilot Mountain. And it literally, when they started flying into the park here in 1911, they would use that to see the angle where the next valley is out at Kootenay. So that's pretty cool. But well, yeah, I know there's lots of hugs. Finn will put up. I know he'll put up some more virtual tours. That's a good feel emotional about Finn turning 18. That's all right. He's still my tiny baby. I have so much fun with him, But he's certainly a lot more independent, but in a good way. I mean, that's the whole thing about kids growing up. And he's got a really wonderful friendship community. So yesterday with the group, I saw some elk. For sure, at the far end of town, there was a young elk up in the trees, but Parks Canada was out there with their pellet guns, which makes me think there was actually a bear in the area as well. So the mummies will keep their little ones hidden for the first few weeks, and they have the little spots on. So quite often you'll see a lone elk, a mother, eating in an open space, but she's got a baby hidden somewhere. So that's that's a little bit what's happening this time of year. And I heard a story yesterday of some old neighbors of mine back when I used to live in Canmore, and apparently they had it was a deer, not an elk, but they had a very pregnant deer hanging out in their backyard, and then suddenly she had a baby. So I mean, it's very exciting because basically in their backyard, but then the coyotes started coming around, and the lady's name is Brenda. She's a cool person, and she said, I understand the cycle of nature, but you're not having that baby in my backyard. And she came out and chased all the coyotes away and everything, which was wonderful. Now you're looking up towards Mount Brewster. So there's Mount Norquay up to the left, and then Mount Brewster is just getting light on it as well. Look at that. It's the peaks of light. But you see, that's why at first I was going to put this up for sunrise, but already, so when you do share this video, you'll see that the peak time was at the beginning of it. Needless to say, that the real light, you need some clouds. I mean, if we have a cloudless sky, then you don't get any light at all. Obviously the reflection, and then you have about that 10 minutes. Hi there. Hey, good morning. It's so lovely to have people here from North America, or Turtle Island as we say here, and Ireland and the UK. So I know I haven't been doing a lot. It took 9 hours or something of this gimbal being plugged in to come back to life, but it has come back to life. So that's another reason I wanted to try a nice little visit this morning with everyone. And yes, I did put up a couple of videos, or I guess one yesterday, on Facebook, the To Me Travel one. And yeah, a friend of mine wrote and said, "You look tired." And I was tired, but that's just these time changes wipe me out. Ah, look at that. Patagonia chauffeur service. There's a lot of new buses around. There's the building that, Swiss inspired. But it feels just so good. And so today I'm getting back on. I've been sipping my tea. Isn't it lovely? Calm and empty. I totally agree. Sipping my mate. I will have a cold plunge, and then I will go home and juice greens, and then I'll spend a full day out guiding. But I'm picking this family up right at 7 a.m. and heading out to Lake Louise. But Monday morning shouldn't be too busy, and then down into Yoho, and I will probably make it into Takaka today. So it'll be my first time back. Thanks, Chloe. I will probably make it into Takaka today, so I'll make sure to get a little video there because the water will be just roaring today. Look at all the magpies having their morning feed down here. Isn't it fun to see them? So yes, it's I'm gonna have a full day out, but I'm gonna try and get back for 4 o'clock our time and have a little nap. And I'll force myself to have a nap because Game 7 of the playoffs of the Edmonton Oilers in the final, Connor McDavid, who is just a gentleman in the way he talks about his team, is really indisputably the greatest hockey player in the world right now. Like the coach of the other team says that. And then Draisaitl was originally born in Germany, super, super nice guy, has been saying that he's not been playing up to his standards. And it's so funny because he's maybe the second or third best player in the whole wide world. But it is going to be extremely exciting. Now, obviously, this is more Flames country here, but the whole country, yeah. Oh, I'm glad to hear you've caught the Oilers bug. So if you hear now, obviously they've had their last game at home. This game is being played in Florida, but their last game at home, and they set some decibel record of singing the national anthem. And I mean, Edmonton just apparently they were partying till 4 a.m, but nothing violent or anything. So, I mean, just lovely and happy. But, it would be if they can bring the cup home. We have not had the Stanley Cup, Lord Stanley's Cup, Stanley Park. Well, that cup has not been in Canada since 1993, even though, of course, the majority of players in the National Hockey League are Canadian. So, and when you live in a place with 8 months of snow, it does play a big role. Yeah, okay. Well, big hugs all around. I'm just going to walk just up over onto this bridge for a minute. There's our statue of the sleeping bison or sleeping buffalo right there looking up to its, well, look at the trees. Last time you did a walk with me, the trees were barely budding, and now they're all out. Hey, good morning, everyone. So say if you've come in late, feel free to go back once this is done and replay because the beginning was just the fabulous sky. By the way, the gazebo is where we had Saint Jean Baptiste last night. French-Canadian singing and party, but there is the Treaty 7 flag flying up there, so okay. And we are on Treaty 7 territory here. And of course, well, Indigenous Canadians are very excited about the hockey too. You might have known, I don't know if you've ever watched the beginning of the matches in Edmonton, but one of the Grand Chiefs always gives the welcome in Cree, I believe, at the beginning, which is fantastic as well. So that's actually a birch tree that they're letting grow there. We don't have them really that much naturally at this altitude, but they put that around the base of it just so the beavers don't come and chew it down. Oh, so magpie and hello magpie. There's a magpie and a raven just hanging out with each other here. I don't know what you two are talking about, but aren't they lovely this morning? So they're all having a nice morning here. Yeah, I'm not trying to scare them. And then the water, if you've been here with me before, of course, earlier in the year, there's still some fabulous sky up there. But I'll often see fish rising around here, but it's quite milky at the moment. Yeah, I'm not trying to scare you. There you go. So there's a lovely magpie, and there's a raven. They've got something on their mind. Oh, did you just come through the Rockies? Oh, wow. Well, and Vancouver Island, lucky you. But here's that morning light. Oh, that's actually a beautiful shot. Look at that. So there's a, oh, ooh, they were having a little bit of a disagreement of some sort. Or maybe just, but I actually feel really good now. Once I get into the water, I'll feel like $1,000,000. Okay, one more just beautiful view out here, everyone. So we don't get quite, the reflections are still pretty good, but isn't that just spectacular? So, well, could be actually. The raven could be after magpie babies. I mean, they are. This is the time of year. There's babies around everywhere here. So look at that great, beautiful view. So, all right then. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to take you for a nice morning walk for sunrise. And when that light comes over, as soon as it comes down by the river, I'm gonna go in. Now, right down here is a place that I like to swim. Our friend Diane has been down here with me, but it's a little too murky here. Thank you. It's a little too murky here for me to hop in right now, just because you don't know if something's floating down the water. So I'm probably gonna head back over to the canoe club where I just know it's a nice and gentle slope. But as soon as it starts to clear out a little bit and I can see the water a little better, then because when you get high water here is actually where the trees and logs can come down. Now, it's not aggressive around this area, but it is something to just be aware of. Sorry, there's just light in every direction here. Hi there. Have a look at this light up behind me there. I mean, if I refocus the screen, oh, no, it's not. No, it's trying to refocus, but it is just gorgeous. So anyway, lots of love, peace and love from Banff, from home. And you know, I've got lots of guiding this summer, but I am going to be home for July and most of August. You know, I might have a few days here and there away, but this is actually like summer. I'm going to go back to being vegetarian for a while. I just think the light is just perfect, isn't it? So a couple of other little things. So 2 spots left for Japan. Still finalizing the actual details of Nicaragua and Costa Rica, but lots coming up. And if you can make it here, now it's amazing. I'm getting an email a day about people asking about guiding. Yes, I hear you. So, but this is going to be the most relaxed summer that I've had since the pandemic, which is, I must admit, something to look forward to as well. So I hope everyone else is having healthy, happy times wherever you are in the world. I just enjoyed my trip immensely over to Ireland and the UK, and it was cool. I mean, had a sunny day up in Scotland for the solstice, which was wonderful, being that far north. But yeah, can you imagine? Days are already going to start getting shorter. But right now, yeah, it was even light when I was up at 4:10. But yeah, there's beautiful Mount Norquay out there. So thank you for connecting, and thank you for those of you who contributed. I appreciate that. I know this is only about a little 25-minute visit, but yeah, I'm gonna just head up the water and then have a quick little swim, and then I have to go and get myself ready for the day. So there's the canoe club right at the end. So that's where I'm gonna go climbing that. Oh, I don't know, there might be 1 or 2 people in there. It's always fun. I catch up with people I know when we're plunging. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care of yourselves. And listen to the noisy birds around. So, and look forward to the hockey. And if you don't live here, please stay cool. I've been hearing about all of the tragedies in Saudi Arabia from the Hajj. You think that the richest place in the world could actually provide water for everyone, even the undocumented ones, if they say they all share the same faith. But anyway, that's not necessarily the comment to end on, but it just really bothers me to think of what those people are going through. I will enjoy the swim, although my hands are a little cold. I might warm them up for 2 minutes in the car before I hop in. So, but this, you see, but 10 degrees is lovely. Take care, everyone. Lots of love. Thank you. See you soon. Bye-bye.